Meet Mike.
Harry!
Mike is overworked at his 9-to-5 job selling discounted snow boots and pool tables to Armenian investors. Mike is sad because Friday is the annual office chili cookout and Jenna from HR is going to be there and he has nothing to wear.
I have got to get my dick sucked.
Mike desperately searches the web for something to wear but sadly cannot find anything. He's then walking out of work ready to go to a Thirsty Thursday alone at his local bar and commit suicide when he notices a man on the street with a shirt that has patterns more complex than Dan Flash's. In a desperate attempt to have some control over his life, he asks the man where he bought his shirt. He says, "It's truancy, man. All the cool kids are wearing it. You can wear it to anything from the office Christmas party to the Titty Tuesday at the Diamond Lodge." Mike then orders himself a shirt so stylish and modern, Christian Dior himself was taking notes. He then shows at the office chili cookout and is instantly greeted by Jenna from HR, and we can just infer how the rest of the night went.
Fuck me, SpongeBob!
Oh, yeah!
But in all seriousness, guys, if you guys need some stylish streetwear to rock this summer, I definitely recommend checking out my buddy's website. This is the first drop of many, and I'm definitely excited to see what's going to come. All you have to do is go to truancy.company.site. I will leave that linked in the description down below, and check some of his stuff out. But anyways, guys, back to the video.
What is up, my fellow real estate assassins? My name is Aiden the Realtor, and in this video, I'm going to be walking you through how you can own your very first piece of real estate the second you turn 18. A lot of people when they graduate high school or turn 18 either go to college or go into the work field, but what if I told you you could become a real estate investor at the same age?
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
A lot of people get stuck in the renting cycle because they are under the impression that it is so much easier to just call a landlord, go see an apartment, and move in. But what if I told you it was more simple and way more beneficial to own your first home? And that's exactly what I'm going to be helping you guys out with in this video. But with all that being said, guys, let's get into it. Now, I want you guys to think about it like this. You get that apartment with the low security deposit and animals allowed and, oh, my landlord will fix everything I own. Why wouldn't I do this? But what if I told you that that money that you're paying that landlord every single month could come back to you as something called equity? I want you to think of equity as money that you're paying off every month for your mortgage that can be loaned back to you in something called a line of credit. You're also generating income through appreciation. Every month that you pay off that mortgage, your equity goes up. It keeps going up until your loan period is over, say a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. All of that money that you put into that home over the last 30 years will come back to you when you sell. It's not just going into a landlord's pocket so he can go buy another white BMW. Now, according to FHA, the average yearly appreciation rate for residential real estate in the state of Ohio is 3.8%. So let's do some math. Say you buy a home in 2024 for $100,000. And then in 2054, which is 30 years away, you're gonna sell. You already paid off the 100 grand plus the interest you owed on the property. So you're already sitting on 100 grand of equity. We then factor in the appreciation rate, which is 3.8%. So we're gonna take 3.8% of 100 grand. We're left with $3,800. $3,800 is how much your house will appreciate every year, meaning how much more you can sell it for than what you bought it. We're gonna take the $3,800 and we're gonna times that by the 30 years. We are left with $114,000. Now we add that to our 100 grand. Now that $100,000 home that we bought in 2024 is now worth $214,000. Now I know what you're thinking, 30 years is a really long time, but you don't have to wait the whole 30 years. You can sell at 15 or 10 and still have that appreciation. And also imagine if you own 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 of these properties that are all just appreciating, not to mention flipping properties or rentals or mortgage notes or any other form of real estate investing. All right, guys, enough math. Now I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to do it. So I'm going to be breaking this down into 3 steps. Now, if you plan on going to college after you graduate but want to own a home once you finish college, step 2 will not apply to you. So step 1 is going to be getting a secured credit card. Now, even if you turned 18 before you graduate, the second you turn 18, on your 18th birthday, you need to go get a secured credit card. A secured credit card is basically a starter credit card. I want you to imagine it as you just bought a $100 Amazon gift card. You then go on Amazon and buy things. But instead of that gift card having no money on it once you spend it all, you pay back the money that you just spent. By doing that, it will increase your credit by 5 to 20 points every single month. If you are responsible with the card and have good credit history over a fixed period of time, the bank that supplied the starter card will actually give you the money back. Once you hit around 650 to 680, I recommend getting on Credit Karma and exploring your options for other credit cards. The Capital One Platinum card is a very good second credit card. You qualify to increase the limit as your credit goes goes up, and you have cashback options as well. This is very, very important. Credit is the biggest deterring factor when qualifying for a mortgage for residential or commercial real estate. If you have bad credit, absolutely no one is going to loan you $100 grand.
Oh, hell no!
Now, step 2 is going to be work history. Typically, lenders look for around a year plus in job history to qualify for a mortgage. Now, it's going to need to be full-time, so you cannot do this step while you're in high school, but I do recommend like a factory job or a trade or something that'll generate you a good amount of income to qualify for the mortgage. Hold down this job for about a year, get as many hours as you can working full-time, and then that checks that box. You also have to keep in mind that the higher your salary and hourly rate are, makes it more likely for you to qualify for a higher loan. So say you make $16 an hour full-time. You call your lender and he informs you that you will only qualify for a $80,000 mortgage. But say you get a raise in position and pay and hold that for a few months. You will then qualify for say $100 grand. And that is step 2. And the third and final step, which is something you can do from the second you are born, is save your money.
Money!
Regardless of which loan program you use, unless it's VA, you're going to need to put some money down. Now, if you have a good real estate agent that has local market knowledge and negotiation skills, you will be able to negotiate for something called seller's concession. All seller's concessions is seller paid closing costs. What the real estate agent can do is in the residential purchase agreement, they can negotiate with the seller to pay some of the closing costs. Also on your pre-approval letter that you'll get from the lender, you may be able to get pre-approved for hire contingent on the seller paying some of the closing costs. Now with an FHA loan, it's going to be 3.5% down. FHA is considered a subprime loan, so it's a loan program for people with bad credit, but you won't have bad credit because I just taught you how to raise your credit. Now I know what you're thinking, 3.5% down isn't a lot at all, and conventional is up to 20%. But if you work with the right lender, the first time homebuyers programs on conventional loans can get your down payment to as low as 1%. I will be making a separate video going into detail on the different loan programs and which one is best for you. But anyways guys, that is step 3. After all that is done, you will call your local realtor and lender and they will walk you through the home buying process. In the future, I will be making a video going into detail about what to do when you get that first home and your next steps going forward. There's a lot of information on the investing side of real estate that I cannot get into in just one video. So I will be making a separate video going into detail about that. But anyways guys, that is the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something. If you guys want to see more content like this, please go hit that subscribe button and the bell so you know when I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching.